All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Lady Richmond. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series visits a short track at Richmond. It's a 135-lap race, and it is race number 3. It's a short track tonight. This D-shaped oval, 3/4 of a mile, is a challenge. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. The Buschwackers Series tonight. It's Richmond Raceway. Short track action headed your way. 135 laps. Let's get it on. All right. Hey, thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. All right, sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical issues there. Hey, TurnLeftTV tonight. It's Richmond Raceway. And we actually have 135 laps here tonight. Race number 3. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcast and commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And should have a good one for you tonight at Richmond Raceway. Fun track. Be a lot of side-by-side racing here, and it is tough to pass. All coming to you live right here on TurnLeftTV. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you want an rFactor 2 server to serve your needs, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Also, how about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who provides our servers here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us over there on OctaneRacing.net. You get a quick link to the Discord server, as well as schedule updates, who's winning what, current events in High Octane Racing League land. And also a quick link to rFactor 2 times so you can see who's running what throughout the week. Hey, the Buschwackers Series schedule. Take a look tonight here at Richmond, 135 lap race. Bristol Dirt. Oh, coming up next week. A little dirt track racing headed your way. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV, of course. And that should be a great one, man. These cars do have dirt tires. It might be a fun one. We'll see. We'll be live right here, man, next week. See Nazareth there to finish out the first half of that season. Dega, Dover, Five Flag Speedway, Darlington, and Indy on the back half of that season. The Saturday Showdown Series will be back in action tomorrow, race number 4, and they'll be at Phoenix Raceway starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right, the Saturday Showdown Series. Some stock car action. Get a lot of Euro and Asian drivers joining us in this series, so excited to see this one come back up. Here, Phoenix Raceway is a fun track, 130 laps tomorrow. Starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Saturday Night Thunder coming up tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be at Richmond. That's right, Richmond. We're working the kinks out tonight, and we're going to join it in the Cup Series in the Saturday Night Thunder tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We call this Beat the Broadcaster Night. We get out of the broadcast booth, get in, and try to mix it up with the best here. See how I do. So Richmond coming up, 200 laps, man. I'll be exhausted. It's race number 2 of a brand new season. Hey, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all those new subscribers, all the folks who have been here since the beginning and who've joined maybe recently. Thank you and welcome to TurnLeftTV. Thanks for staying. Thanks for sticking it out. Don't forget you can share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live. And then also, don't forget, down in the description of this race, there are several links there to click on if you would help us out. There's also one to the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals charity that we support, Will Dunbar supports. And then also SimLab website there too. Please click on that link and help me out here at TurnLeftTV. If you want to purchase something through them, you're more than welcome to use my link. Please do. So it looks like these guys have headed over to the qualification session. Let's see if we can't take a look at the track here at Richmond. Located in Richmond, Virginia. 3/4 of a mile in length, 4 turns, of course. And this is a D-shaped oval, 14 degrees of banking in the turns, 8 degrees of banking through that tri-oval area. And then on the backstretch, a little bit of banking there, 2 degrees. The main thing you see here is that late in the run, the thing really gets loose through the turns. Also, watch those dive bombs going into the turns. I think the best place to be is going to be mid to high line here at Richmond. But you can definitely race side by side. It's tough to pass here at this short track. This thing will reach out and bite you. So it's going to be a good one here tonight. Richmond, a fun track. Right now, taking a look at the qualification session. The number 9 out there right now, that's Tony Furtado. Right now, 4th on the grid. His qualification effort now drops to P5. Paul Brown, the top time with a 20.730. Alvarez now jumps up to P2. Take a look at Fernando Alves joining us again this week. He's a newer driver here, so good to see him. And right now, 16th on the grid for that qualification effort. Jim Willis in the 53 car in his qualification attempt. '17th on the grid there with a 21. It's a little over 21 for him. John Stanley feeling better this week. He missed last week, a little under the weather, but he's back at it, man. Staple Gun Stanley out here tonight. Good to see John back. 17th on the grid there with a 21.032. Jesus Iglesias right now is the top time. No, I tell you what, Claudio Bardelli Jr., sorry about that. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is the top time. 20.728. Take a look at Luca Simpener here, the 21 card, his qualification attempts. Flexio sponsored machine, here we go. His qualification lap. .932 up to 11th on the grid for Luca. Dana Grover in the 89 car, Trax VR sponsor machine, 21.674 for Dana Grover. Got a little work to do in that 89. He's going to start right now, shown 25th. Siffner up to the 6th position in that qualification effort. So it looks like that will effectively take care of quals. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series is off this weekend. They'll be back at it at Portland. I was out there doing some laps earlier today, and this race is going to be very, very fun. Portland is a little shorter road course, and I'll tell you, there's a couple really cool chicanes, but man, I think it's going to be some really, really cool racing at Portland. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's coming up on April the 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's race number 6 on the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series season. So it does look like the qualifications are over, but not officially yet. Still a few minutes left to go. About 4 minutes left to go officially in qualifications. But again, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. And going to be a lot of fun here tonight, I believe. And let's get this party started. All right, welcome back. About a minute left officially in qualifications. Already getting some chatters in here, so that's good. Good to see some folks in here joining us in the chat session. Some of these guys out on the track here tonight. Gilmar, Ritzky, Givaldo, Claudio. They all out here, so good luck to all those guys here tonight. We got a big field. I think the biggest one we've ever had here. So hopefully everybody exercises a little bit of patience here tonight. Let's take a look at the point standings coming in to tonight's race. Let's try page number 1. Here we go. Sean Jacobs, the leader in points. No, wait a minute. He's tied with Ed Palumbo. A dogfight between the 24 and the 54 for the points championship. Only 2 races in, though. We've got a lot of season to go. Got a classic Sean versus Ed battle right there. And then Craig Marizon sits 3rd. Josh Brink 4th. Franco Alvarez is 5th. Robillard is 6th. Tim Lansbury 7th. Alexei Salvyov sits 8th. Dan Chessmore 9th. Dennis Schudertron sits in the 10th position. In 11th will be Chris Hughes. Paul Brown is 12th. Steve Pierce is 13th. See Jomar Peixoto 14th. Ricardo Simizzato and Givaldo 15th and 16th. Gordon Carter 17th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is 18th. Rodrigo Beltram in 19th. Dan Richter rounding out the top 20. Take a look at 21 through 30. Some of these guys doing a little bit of a part-time deal on there. And then page number 4. Elijah Hooper, Eugene Fedorov, and Thiago Gomez. Eugene here tonight. Not sure about Gomez, but Eugene has a chance to move up. All right, we're going to take a look at the qualification results. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91. Qualifies in P1. Paul Brown will start outside row 1. Craig Marizon at Palumbo, row 2. Dan Richter, Lucas Simter, be row 3. Jesus Iglesias, Alexei Salvyov starts in row 4. Row 5 will be Franco Alvarez and Preston Hassel. Qualifying in row 6 will be Jair Oliveira and Michael Simizzato. Tim Lansbury, Sean Jacobs start in 13th and 14th respectively. Archer Vieto, Ritzky Novar starts 15th and 16th. Tony Furtado and Chris Hughes, 17th, 18th. Row 10 will be John Stanley and Dennis Schudertron. Take a look at page 3. Simizzato, Willis. See Peixoto and Wilson starting side by side. Fernando Alves, 25th. Dana Grover, 26th. See Givaldo and Eugene side by side there for that start. Todd, a little bit under the weather. Hopefully he gets to feeling better soon. And Rodrigo did not qualify. And then Tiago and Steve not qualifying as well. They're going to start 31st and 32nd. Well, I think we're going to take a look at my keys to the race here tonight at Richmond. Passing patience. Be patient when you're trying to get around somebody. You don't have to burn your tires up or risk getting into a crash just to get by somebody early in the race. Corner entry, man. I think as this run goes on, it's going to get loose as you enter the corner. Don't try to dive bomb as well. Maintain some good track position, man. Try to hold on to that spot, but don't fight too hard. That guy's trying to get around you. He's probably going to burn up his tires. Just be patient. And, track position certainly late in the race because it's going to be hard to pass. Pit stops on point can be a little challenging, making pit stops. So if we do some green flag pit stops, even under yellow flag conditions, man, make sure your crew is out there ready to rock and roll and get those tires on your car. Limit that aggression. Aggression here will get you in a world of hurt, man. A lot of damage, pit stops, big crash. Don't want to have that happen, so limit that aggressiveness, especially here. Race this track. Those are my keys to the race here at Richmond. Wow, man, Josh, hopefully everything is okay, man. Please find a safe spot, bud. Definitely thinking about you. Nothing to mess around with, man. Well, hopefully you're going to get to a safe spot, and everybody in your home and in your community is safe as well. Man. Got about 4.5 minutes left in the warm-up session. Here at Richmond. It's like Will D says, I'm here, Daddy. You don't call me Daddy, man. Call me El Conquistador. Don't forget, boys and girls, to support the YouTube channel. Thanks to all those new subscribers. And if you haven't already done so, hit that bell, man. Smash that bell, and you'll get updates when races are going live. Please click on the links down in the description of the race and follow those over to their respective websites, especially that Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals link. And then as well as the SimLab website. They'll be out there if you want to make a donation through PayPal. You can click on the link up in the banner of the channel or the link in the description of this race. Got about a minute left in the warm-up session. All right, boys and girls, it's that time. That's right, it is time for Richmond. Little Richmond International Raceway here tonight. Race number 3 of the season. We'll take a look at the starting order here tonight. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Paul Brown start 1-2. Craig Marazan, Ed Palumbo starts 3-4, row number 2. Row 3, you see Dan Richter, Lucas Simpner, Jesus Iglesias, Alexi Salviev make up row number 4. Row number 5 will be Franco Alvarez, Preston Hassel. Jair Oliveira, in his first race back in a long time, starts in the 11th position. Michael Cimansano starts in 12th. 13, Tim Lansbury. Sean Jacobs sits 14th. Arthur Vieta will sit in the 15th position. Ricky Novar, 16th. Tony Furtado, Chris Hughes, 17th, 18th. John Stanley, 19th and 20th. Looks like we're not getting the back half of that order there for some reason. That's interesting. All right, it is 135 laps here tonight, and Claudio or Lucas Simpner and Jesus Iglesias up front. A little weird here. I got, I take that back. It's Claudio Bardelli Jr., Paul Brown. We got so many people. I got to scroll the list right now. Got to scroll the list. So the 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. will lead the field to take the green flag here at Richmond. 32 drivers joining us today. We're off. I missed that. There we go. Back to trying to be a professional. Bardelli Jr. clears the 77 car. Into turn 2 or turn 3. Coming out of turn 4, the 91. Going to lead this lap as the 77 in second. Mayor's on third, Palumbo fourth, Simpner is in fifth. A little side-by-side battle here with the 65 and the 21, and the 65 getting by the 21 car. So Dan Richter moving up the grid. As the 21 has to tuck in, he is now back to the 6th position. Down to the front of Dan Richter's machine, running in P5. Just behind that mellow yellow number 54 car. Nose to tail here so far. Salviev going down to the bottom line here, challenging the 22. 22 trying to hold on to that spot here early on. And Salviev backing off as you see the 22 trying to go forward. He and Simpner going to rub some paint there. Jesus Iglesias trying to move that car forward. Got a little bit aggressive, I think, with Simpner. As Bardelli Jr. continuing to lead. And Jesus Iglesias taking a look at him. He is running in the 6th position. Tony Furtado and John Stanley side by side here. Little 9 versus 12 on this one. Nine car trying to maintain that spot as John Stanley on the inside challenging him. And I think the outside line right now is a little bit better in that Valvoline sponsored machine. Going to hold on to that spot. It's 17th as John Stanley has to set up for 18th. Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car, running in the 29th position right now.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We get a yellow flag. Sato in the 8X car showing a little bit off the pace. He's coming down pit lane here. So he's on pit lane. Maybe he spun getting on pit lane. Take a look here as Simon Sato. Yeah, I'm not seeing the event here. Take a look here. Simon Sato. Oh, maybe got a little bit of a tap there from the 82. Simon Sato doesn't come all the way around though. That's interesting. Why the caution flag came out. Right here as Simon Sato on the inside. And Lansbury gets into the back of the 82. The 82 holds on, but I'm not sure exactly what brought the caution flag out. Says he spun around, but I didn't see any spin right there. He was almost sideways. Is holding on to this thing. Gets a little tap there from the 82 car. 91 on pit lane here, taking some service. 77 also on pit lane. 21, Lucas Simpner is shown as our leader, I think. We'll have to keep doing some refreshing of the overlays page here for some reason. Franco Alvarez running the second position, Jacobs third, Stanley fourth, Chris Hughes is in fifth. So our first caution flag, and really, I don't think it was much of a caution. He did not come around. I don't know that I would have thrown a caution in that circumstance. Something a little strange going on there. He just got a little bit of a love tap there from the 82 car, but he did not come all the way around, and I don't think that should have really brought out a caution flag. He was safely on pit lane as well. So Simonsato back out on the track, but we don't think that should have triggered a caution flag. So the 21 and the 83 are going to start side by side this time. By Alvarez to the inside is in second. You see Jacobs and Stanley make up row 2. Hughes and Robillard row 3. Peixoto, Spindle row 4. Beltram and Bargelli Jr. row 5. So here we go. Pace car is off. Back to green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green here at Richmond. And Simpner out to the lead as Alvarez is in second. Jacobs in third, and they're starting to fight here for about P4, P5. Take a look at Chris Hughes battling the 90 car. Chris Hughes in that number 7. A couple Camaros here battling as the 90 of Todd Robillard. Sunoco sponsored machine. Now running in the 5th position. Hughes is in 6th. Back behind, we have Spindola and Beltram side by side. Spindola in the 68 car, Beltram in that 5X. Down on the inside line. A good side by side battle here as Spindola going to hold on to that spot, at least for the time being. Looking out of the back of Givaldo's machine. See a Rodrigo Beltram, Paul Brown. Running in 8th and 9th. Bargelli Jr. running in the 10th position. That battle's heating up there as Paul Brown goes to the inside trying to get by the 5X of Beltram. Paul Brown going to pick up that spot, and now working on the outside of Givaldo. Givaldo in the 68 car. On board here with Givaldo in the 68 as he's down on that inside line, and this is a tough place to be, and there's contact right there. Yellow. Contact, and we got a big one. And, the 54 lost his hood. The 77 missing a hood as well. There was contact there. There was you take a look here as the 68 car on this inside, and the 77 comes down and gets into the 68 car, and the 91 had no place to go. Jesus got caught up into that. Palumbo, big time damage there, and it collected a bunch of cars. On board here with the 91 as he's trying to get through this. So you see the 91, he comes up, and those guys get together. 91 Trill trying to get through into the back of the 68. So a caution flag. A little bit of patience, but not what we've seen tonight, right? That's what we need. Franco Alvarez is the leader in the 83. So a lot of cars got caught up in that one, man. Novar, he had nowhere to go. Take a look at him, and that's 9X machine. He just trying to get through this mess. And, man, there was a lot of cars that got caught up in that. That was bound to happen. I don't know why these guys think they got to get really racy here early on, but sort of how many times have we seen that? So the 83 of Franco Alvarez is the leader. Don't forget, man, Bristol Dirt coming up next week. I don't know what we will do that. We might turn the caution flags off for this race. Nazareth Speedway on April the 14th. Talladega Superspeedway on April the 21st. You see Dover, 5 flags, Darlington, and Indy on the back half of that season. So tonight, a little bit of a challenge here. Just a second caution flag. We are 23 laps in. And it seems like maybe these guys get a few laps in and they start getting a little antsy, taking some chances, and that has not been super productive, to say the least. Well, Alvarez looks like he wants to take the outside line on this restart. That puts John Stanley on the inside line. Salviev, Robillard will start in row 2. The pace car coming off, and here we go. Getting ready to go back green for lap 25.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. And Alvarez is the leader as Salviev and Stanley here battling it out. Stanley creeping up the track just a little bit as Salviev getting by. See John Stanley in that 12 car. Running in the 4th position now as Robillard using the outside line. I think the outside is the place to be. If you can get that car up there on the outside, that's the place to be. 72 now finds himself in the second position. He gets by Robillard. So the 72 on the move as he's starting to challenge the 83 car. Salviev in the Toyota looking like he wants to get to the front. Well, he's got it to the front. Does he want to lead some laps? He's going back down to the inside here to challenge Alvarez. This is the battle for the race lead. 72 to the inside, the 83 up on the outside line. The 72, can he pull off this pass coming off the turn? Alvarez has a better run coming off on the high side. Salviev dives in, now a little bit of a slide job, maybe a crossover move by the 83. He's content to let Salviev get by and maybe use up those tires. You see Alvarez now dipping down to the bottom line here, trying to play a little defense. As Robillard's starting to breathe down his neck. Simpler in this mix as well. Now remember that Alvarez did not make a pit stop. Take a look at Lucas Simpler in the 21 car. Early on up front here for the 21. He must like this track. Dan Richter running in P5. John Stanley in the 6th position. Tony Furtado is now back up to the 24th position after making pit stop error. He had a lot of damage there on that earlier incident. Dana Grover, Ritsky Novar here battling it out. Dana Grover in the 89 car, Ritsky Novar in the 9. Grover to the inside, down below the white line. He might be making a pit stop here in this 89 car. Not sure what's going on with the 89. Maybe coming in to get some damage repaired. Very interesting there. Maybe he got a penalty. Not see that. Ricardo Civisato and the 47 of Dennis Uderchin. Uderchin sporting that buffet pizza paint scheme. There's the 44, Ricardo Civisato, picking up a spot now up to the 10th position. Civisato in P10. Christian Wilson and the 3X of Gilmar Peixoto. They're 3 wide. There's the 8X over the outside line. That is Michael Civisato, and he's into the wall. Michael Civisato made a little contact with the wall there. He's behind Gilmar, now diving down to the inside. Maybe no damage to that machine or not anything significant as he now battling the 3X. 4th position. And Michael Civisato now up to P18. Preston Hassel in the 27 car now battling that 47. Uderchin at the 47 on the high line, and this AMD Ryzen number's 27 down on the bottom line here, trying to get by as we see Uderchin might have gotten into the wall, looking out of the back of Preston's machine. They're starting to get a little racy there. 5X and the 47 side by side. That's Rodrigo Beltram in the 5X machine. Uderchin up on the high line in the 47, trying to hold that 5X off. What a good battle there. Looks like that 5X going to get by. Good pass there, good clean racing between those two. Look at this, the 91 and the 12 battling for position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the high line. Word on the street